I just hope. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Things are looking good. Yeah, I came up a little bit early because according to YouTube, my StreamYard and YouTube live stream wasn't talking to each other. So that's the only reason why I came up early. But I will be right back. I'm forgetting something. Yes. Hopefully. Hello. Yeah, this is Myles, Mike. Hello. Hopefully, everything goes well. Hopefully. Yeah, YouTube and StreamYard wasn't talking to each other. So that's why I'm a few minutes early, only by like 3 minutes. Yeah. Nobody showed up anyway right now, so we're fine. Which is okay with me. I hope everybody's getting me. My glasses are all dirty. Like really nasty. Hey, wait a minute, I can't see nothing without my glasses, man. Hey Rodney, how you doing? Yeah, we're a little bit early. I was having issues with my with StreamYard talking to YouTube. But I guess everything is up and running. Because I'm getting on my own monitor, I'm getting that we are actually live. And Miss Myles is fashionably late, which is fine. We're not on a time schedule, so. We're not on a time schedule, so it is what it is. But Rodney, I hope you're having a good day, or you had a good day, depending on where you're at in the world. What are we going to talk about today? I have no idea. It's all up to the viewers. They set the pace. They set the conversation. Can we go from there?
Here it comes.
Why are you bringing a whole sack? I mean, you go lay down. What does it look like? It's a mic.
No.
You have wore it many times.
That.
Now it's echoing. I don't know why, but it's echoing. So I just, if something doesn't go wrong with these live streams, something tells me something ain't right. I know I put notification out, but Myles told me he just received a notification for today's live this morning, and I sent it out, yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh, I don't know. I think YouTube's out to get me. They want me to fail. They want me to fail. We got, people are coming on and they're bouncing out. I don't know.
Hey, good morning, Rodney. Good morning. Good morning.
So Rodney, what part of the world are you from? If you're still around. I'm just curious. I'm nosy. Let me see if they're getting me. So where are you from, Rodney? I don't even know if we're getting any sound. I'm not getting anything. This is not good. I'm hooked up. Yep.
I thought you set everything before.
Huh?
I thought you set everything before you.
I did, but if it wasn't for bad luck, we would have no luck at all. Remember?
Mhm.
and I ain't getting nothing. So I don't know if they can hear us or not. Let me see. Audio. 1, 2, say something, Myles.
Hello, hello,
Right, we're
hello.
getting
How
that.
do you do?
No, why? I don't want it. Hello, hello.
Hello,
Ah.
hello, hello. How do you hear something?
What do you hear? I don't hear anything. That's what I'm.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
What are you doing? I can't hear anything, and I'm not getting anybody. Well, we'll stick around for a little bit, but I don't get nobody. I'll just cut it, call it quits. We're only only in a minute into the live stream, but audio. Okay, according to my gauge, I'm good, but I don't know.
If they can hear you give them a comment.
Hey,
Hello, hello.
hey, Daryl, you getting us? Can you hear what we're saying, or is it like nothing? Because I'm not getting anything on my headphones. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
okay.
I'm not getting anything on my headphones, man.
Good morning, Darrell.
So how's life in Texas? I'm not getting nothing on these. I don't know.
Hey, Peter, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Peter. Good morning. Glad to see you here, man. We were getting ready to disconnect. I was figuring I was having all these problems again.
Hi. Oh, good morning, Florence.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it is. Texas is kind of cold in the morning. I wouldn't say freezing, but it's cold. Chilly. That's a better word to use. Chilly.
just like here. You go out in early in the mornings.
Well, yeah, here it's comfortable. I'm not going to say it's chilly. It's not even
Yeah.
chilly, but it's comfortable in the morning. But by 9 o'clock,
No more.
that's when the heat kicks in. You know,
Yeah.
the heat and the humidity kicks in. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, because I just kicked on the aircon in the living room, but the humidity's going up, and I put this one on because it's hot in here. Yeah, people are coming in and then leaving.
Mhm.
That's Hey, we don't have too much to do today. We got to go to y'all house and pick up some creamer and what else?
Yeah. Coffee.
We had a coffee too.
Yeah, you need to get coffee and your fresh milk.
Yeah, 40. That is cold. You got any wind? Oh, you're at work right? No, you're not at work. It's 7 o'clock at night there. Hopefully you're not at work. You know, that would really suck if you were still at work.
It's cold. Every day putting cold cold
Yeah, that's what I figured out.
thick jacket.
That's what I kind of figured. You're not at work. It's 7 o'clock at night. Hopefully, I was gonna say, hopefully you're not at work. There's really nothing going on around here, has it? They're getting ready for the Christmas, but they start that in like September, October with the, getting all set up for the Christmas holiday.
Mm.
You got the parades, and then they have the in the park. They have like are they doing it this year? With the it's not a Christmas tree decorating contest. It's just
No more. It's a light tree. Tree light. They put the lights on a tree.
no. I'm talking about in the park itself, where different barangays.
No more.
Why not?
They don't have that anymore. Only the big Christmas tree.
Well, yes. Last year was a big.
Yeah.
It was a big dud, man. It was kind
Yeah.
of like, it was kind of like I don't know. People just didn't want to participate.
Yeah, because they had a lot of activities, like cooking show, motor show, no what? Yeah, motor and car show.
Where?
It
I missed that.
no more. Last week.
Oh, you're talking about. I'm talking about last year.
Oh, last year no.
It just seemed like a big dud.
Only the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I mean, the year before that, when things started wrapping down with the C, what, 19 or 9, whatever it was, I just kind of forget about that. It was like really in full gear. Everybody was out. Okay, there was a lot of things to see. Everybody, all the Bron guys got involved with it. And then last year, it just seemed like nobody wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
They were kind of like, I'm over this.
Mm-hmm. Also, there is also Ate Marlin. Their internet is PLDT internet. One of the staff says that more than 2 months already.
What are you talking about?
The internet.
What do you mean 2 months?
2 months. 2 months no more internet.
Where?
In Yellow House.
Oh, the Yellow House. They said they
Yeah.
haven't had internet service for a while. Even
Mhm.
before we didn't have it, they weren't having internet service. And that's what I'm talking about, though, because sometimes you don't get, it's not even worth getting mad anymore. You just get annoyed, the customer service, okay? And you ask any Filipino, so, somebody could jump over here and say, oh, why you gotta talk like that? Because it's the truth, okay? And
Yeah.
a lot of Filipinos here say they don't care. These companies here, like PLDT and whatever, the Enoch, the power company, they don't care about what the customer thinks. Just shut up, sit down, and pay your bill. That's all. And they want you to pay the bill when don't even have service. That's the funny. Now, see, electricity, if you don't have service, you're not going to pay for it because you don't have, you get no electricity, okay? But PLDT, they could, like I said, our internet was out since when? November what? 21st.
21st.
All right, it was out till November the 21st until what day this week? Monday or Tuesday? Monday. Yeah, it's the day that we got back from the market, right? Yeah.
No, Sunday.
You sure it was Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday. All right. Before even that, they sent me a bill. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. These people don't care. And it's my personal opinion is the reason why they don't care is because nobody says it. Nobody says it. And then we got a letter, or Myles got notification. When they say internet will be down for scheduled maintenance. When did they say?
May a service interruption.
When?
I don't know what.
Yeah, it's gonna be down for how many hours?
I cannot.
Yeah, it's gonna be down. We had it down for what, 3 weeks, and all of a sudden you're gonna say, "Oh, we got to do no option for service." What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They had AT&T in South Korea? No, it's just frustrating, man. I do realize a lot of their equipment they use here, it's not modern, okay? From what I've been told, the with the exception of the solar, all right, a lot of the equipment that they use as far as the generators, it goes back to like the 50s and 60s, you know? But nothing, I don't know. I'm not in the know. I'm not into. You just learn to accept it, you know what I mean? And it's just, when you first get here, man, you feel like you're losing your mind because of the way the internet is at times and the way the power, with the brownouts all the time. But after a while, you just learn, okay, what can I do about this? Okay, I'll get me a generator. But the internet, the only thing you can do with that is maybe get Skylink. But I'm getting a lot of pros and cons as far as Skylink or Starlink, whatever it's called, okay, with Elon Musk. Some people say, hey, it's the best thing in the world. And some people say it's just like, you have outage there. So I guess it depends on where you're at as far as for Skylink. I guess it really depends on where you're at. And some people have said that they're going to they have a Skylink back in the States and they're going to bring it here. Well, before you do that, I make sure it's compatible for here. As far as, okay, in the States, we use what? 110, 120. Electric here, they use 220. Will you fry your system when you plug it in here? Or are you going to get an inverter to bring it down to 110? There's a lot of things you got to think about, man. A lot of things. You got to adapt. And I think a lot of people just think, well, I'm from wherever, and this is how we do it. So I'm thinking most likely they do the same thing here. No, not everything. No.
Huh?
Yeah, AT&T.
What is AT&T's a
Like
telecommunication?
telecommunication.
Mm.
That used to be. Remember, what was in the 70s? AT&T was the telephone company, but I can't remember who took it because AT&T had all these different little things where you couldn't attach phone lines, you do this, you couldn't do that as far as phone companies. And I can't remember who took them to court because they said it was a monopoly, which is illegal in the States if you get caught. And whoever took them to court won. So AT&T had nothing to stand on. Yeah, well, yeah, there might be your poles, but it's public property. So other companies started jumping the back, coming in. Now some were around for a little bit and then they just went away because they weren't very good, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so Christmas is winding up here. I don't know what that is. And we're gonna just keep a low profile. See what I like about our house, man? Our windows are tinted. They're like the mirror tints. So people that are standing outside our gate, they can't see in. They can't tell if anybody's home or not.
Mm.
All right. So when the carolers start coming around, all right, you just don't go outside. Because let me tell you, everybody says, well, you should, whatever, man. But you get 50 pesos to one set of carolers, guess what? You're going to have a line because the word will get out real quick. And people and they stay there. They don't leave. They do not leave. Right? Seems like you're the only one in the room right now. So, good question. I've asked her, hey, Myles, give me a wish list for Christmas. It's now December 10th. And the
No,
clock is ticking.
don't ask me. It's your
Because I have no, I like to give people what they want, not what I think you want. Because I have no idea what, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what you want. I'd rather not get you clothes. She has so many clothes here, okay? I think 3/4 of them she never wears. She never wears. She has how many closet space with your clothes in there?
dua, two.
Two. Yeah. No, I didn't take it that way. And it's like, Myles, I really don't want to get her, I really don't want to get her clothes. I don't want to get her shoes. Okay. I know that's something for her, but she got so many freaking clothes. And half of 3/4 of them she doesn't wear. Right?
Lawrence,
It's an orange. Who cares?
kikiat.
Yeah. And the way I look at it, man, the longer she has me waiting, the less chance that she'll get it. Me, I don't want anything because the way I look at it, if I want something, I'm gonna go out and buy it. That's why a lot of times it's when through the years, my kids would ask, "What do you want for Christmas?" I don't know. If I want something, I go out and get it. So you're gonna get her anything now, or you're just gonna let Christmas come and go?
Lazada is still open, Daryl.
Why should I take her to Loag, Dallas? She can cook the meal right here. No, that is wrong on so many levels. Nah, I even offered her. I said, "Do you want to go?" No, I would stay here, of course, because the dogs and everything. If she wanted, what?
Nothing.
Yeah, I see what it was. I said, if she wanted to go to Loag. I mean, we're at the age now. Come on, man. We're both in our 60s. It's kind of like, I don't know how you want to describe it. It's kind of like,
Crap.
no, I'm gonna be honest with you. For the past, when I joined the military up until right now, holidays weren't that big of a thing. I mean, a lot of times when Christmas came around, even when I had kids, when the kids were younger, I was deployed somewhere. Yeah, they got kids. I'm not saying because I'm out there, you ain't getting nothing. No, but it's just the way it is, and it's kind of the same now. It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, Christmas is a special day, okay, but it became not that big of a deal to me. I mean, when I first was in the military, and it bothered me when I wasn't home for Christmas, but after a while, it just becomes a norm. I'll tell you what, How if you come here, you can take Myles to Lawag. That's
Florence, make a dito yung gamit at ibibingka.
that's okay. I'm just messing with you. Actually, if you want to go and Florence will tell you the best place to go, all right, is vegan.
Yeah.
Vegan. I'm telling you, Lawag is just like another big capital city, man. It's just like another capital city. Vegan's got more to offer, I think. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Vegan, man, if you like history, I like history. I like looking at old buildings and stuff like that. Like even when I go to even in the States, when I go to a city, I'll go to the old part of the city to look at the buildings and stuff like that. I don't like the new stuff. I think the new stuff's ugly. The older buildings got personality. That's just what happened. You bought a lawnmower? Is it a self-moving lawnmower, or did she have to push it? Nobody's here today. I guess everybody. That's not the only place in Lawag. I mean, there's place now. You got to keep in mind that Dell. I forgot your name for a second there. Some of these restaurants in vegan are expensive. They
Yeah.
are expensive, okay? But you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
You get what you pay for, you know. Our laundry's done. Don't worry about it. We'll get it when we're done. Yeah, we're washing clothes today. Oh, you bought a self-propelled push, but that's not for her. You know, I got this electric lawnmower. I kind of wish I got. I'm a gas guy, okay. I kind of wish I got the gas lawnmower. Just too much crap you got to worry about with this electric lawnmower. You know what I mean? Gas lawnmowers, you can run through anything. This 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 electric one, gotta watch what you hit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. She just said yes.
Yeah. Actually, when was the last time we grilled the chicken?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Sunday.
You're talking about? Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, you're right.
inasal. That is inasal.
Hey, Dad, did you have my daughter and her husband? Okay. I guess they found a new recipe for turkeys. Okay. Smash turkey. You cut out the backbone and then you flip it over and you kind of push it down like you're trying to do CPR to it.
And then
What did you think about? Like I said, though, I'm a gas guy. Yeah. I don't know what lawnmower we have. It's a plug-in, you know. But it's just a pain, you know. You got to watch the cord. And I mean, I don't mind Liam to cut the grass. I mean, I give him 100 pesos for cutting, the grass, and that's a lot of money for a 10-year-old kid in the Philippines. Okay, and it just sucks. I like a gas powered lawnmower. We just
yeah, you need assistance to hold the cord.
Well, it's not that you need what she means is to make sure you don't want to record.
Yeah.
You don't need it, but it's better off if you did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't need it, but yeah, I'd rather have a gas lawnmower or like a battery power lawnmower. But I don't know why I didn't get one. And then I know the gas lawnmowers were a little bit more expensive.
Mhm.
I know that.
Sports cock.
What they do is, I don't know, you cut out the backbone, the bone that runs along the backbone. Then you flip it over and have the chest, facing it,
Yeah.
and you push down on it where you take the turkey and you squish it down.
Yeah.
And then it takes like an hour. She goes, Dad, it's like, it only takes an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer to cook the turkey thoroughly. Okay, instead of that, what, 6 hours, 7 hours? She said that, and it's like, hers was like, I think she said 15 to 16 pound turkey, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Easy to cook because it's already open.
Well, no, it's flattened.
Yeah, it's already flattened.
And she said it's really good. But I'm thinking, how could it change the flavor? You know what I mean? Just by flattening it, how does that change the flavor? Not saying she's not telling me the truth. I'm just trying to figure out what makes it change the flavor of the turkey. Her husband, Brandon, it's like he wants to go out and buy and do it again. In other words, get another turkey, do the same thing again, and then cook it. He said it's just really good. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, it depends. It depends the seasonings.
No. Well, yeah, but
depends the seasonings. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but how the I don't know. I guess it's one of those unanswered questions. Why does compressing the turkey, why does it make it taste better? That's the only thing I'm trying to figure. You know what I mean? Why does it taste better when you do that than leaving it its regular these flies? It's regular shape. I don't know. So many unanswered questions, Myles. So many. Hopefully today the meter reader comes with electricity.
Yeah, that's what I am listening to. Beep, beep, beep.
I just heard well, yeah. So what great plans do you have for Christmas? Like I said, Myles is more than welcome to go to Lasan.
No,
Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but if you say, I want to go, I mean, you got your grandkids and you got your daughter, Joy. I call her Crazy Joy. She's not crazy, mentally crazy. She's just very free spirited person. She doesn't give a damn what anybody says. She does what she wants to do. But
I will go there next month. I will go next month.
yeah, like I said, if you want to go, go.
I will stay here Christmas and New Year.
Well, we had nothing planned for New Year, which is not the.
I just don't want to go anywhere or everywhere during the split of 2005 and 2020, 2025 and 2026. I want I'll be here during that
Oh
time.
yeah, I always been that way.
I don't want to go out.
I mean, we don't drink. We're not the partying couple, you know. And a lot of times, man, I don't care who you are. When you go to places like where people, are celebrating, sometimes the drama is kicked in, you know. And I just don't want to deal with that.
I prepare something to.
Well, you got to have your fruits. How many pieces of fruits? Is it 12? Yeah, they had this. Florence knows about this. They had this custom. You have to have 12 pieces of fruits, 12 different variations of fruits for the coming of the new year. It's supposed to be good luck. Is it good luck?
Luck. Lucky fruit.
And surprise, surprise, during that time period, guess what happens to the price of fruit?
Yeah.
They go up, you know?
That's why on the 26th or 27, we will buy the fruit. But
What somebody should do, and I don't know if I'm thinking way out of bounds here, where a vendor should put 12 pieces of fruit in a bag.
Yeah.
Okay, different types of fruits, 12 of them, and say, okay, it costs this amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they have a price.
In a basket already.
They have a price set for it. That's just my opinion. Old Muckman, he is on his assigned sleeping.
He's too old, Darrell. Yesterday.
He's not old.
Yesterday, that he's not feeling well.
No, he's a lot better today. Yesterday, he's an old man. Mucky has his good days, he has his bad days. But he has claimed the couch for himself. And that's where he usually is 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's just well, I just don't like the couch, man. That couch is so freaking uncomfortable to me. I just don't like it. When we bought it, we had to think, oh yeah, this is, because it was cheap. And now I'm like, why the did we get this?
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
I could have saved a few more pesos up and then bought a sectional, you know? Because we seen one at the mall, Robinson's place, that furniture place, they had a nice sectional.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking 150,000?
Mm-hmm.
150,000 pesos for the sectional. And I looked and I said, where were you a year ago? You know what I mean? Because I want to get, what I would like to get is get a couch, a 3-seater, a 2-seater, doesn't matter, and get 2 lazy boy chairs for me and Myles.
Yes.
You know?
Rodney is Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steve, how you doing, man?
Good
Glad to see you.
morning.
Thank you for showing up.
Agyaman.
Monsters can't get him up there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Monster can't get him up there.
Probably talking about Muck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where he stays, though. He stays on the couch most of the time. He lays there like he had a rough night, you know? It's like, you have a rough night last night, you know? Yeah,
He sleep good last
he's old, 9 years old, man. That's a lot of people tell me that's old, especially in the Philippines.
9 years
That is
old.
old
Yeah.
dog. These dogs here, the average is what, 4 to 5 years.
Nah,
Yeah.
the dog of Manu Ronald before, the oldest dog is going to 15 years old.
15? That's old.
Yeah.
But a lot of dogs, I feel so sorry for these dogs. They got a hard life, man. You know, they got a hard life. And I feel sorry for them. Yeah, we do. We do. They're spoiled, man. They're
Yeah.
spoiled, which is fine. I mean, who else do we have to spoil here? You know?
We have observing Maki when he wants something
Like the stairs.
and then staring Brent and staring me, and then
Yeah, he just
he
stares
wants
at us.
he wants something to some snack.
Yeah, he'll just stare at me and like, what do you want, Mom? Do you want out? I gotta go through a checklist with him. You know what I mean? Do you want out? No, yes. Do you want this? No, yes. He ain't gonna turn down food. Ooh, he ain't gonna turn down food.
Yeah. Hello.
Then we got Meme.
Meme is always around here.
That's the dog that thinks that when I end in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
You say hello to the viewers. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, so hopefully with the next day or two, I'll get some sort of wish list for Myles for Christmas. Because, I mean, if she came out and told me I don't want anything, I could live with that. It's up to her. But I don't think she'll take that option off the table.
Yeah.
Like me, she says, what do you want? I said, nothing. I don't want anything, man.
No, Daryl, we tried that many times already. We changed. We gave them canned food. We gave them those chips, and we gave them chicken, but they chose pork.
Yeah, I mean, if you, okay, say if you got a piece of chicken, you put it in there, they'll eat it. But if it doesn't have pork in it, they won't eat it. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't have pork in it, they'll just look at it like,
Yeah.
you know. Do they have feral cats here? Do they have feral
What
cats?
feral? Yeah,
Stray
yeah,
cats.
yeah.
Oh, they have so many cats here, man. They have so many cats here. There's a house here, okay, that you'll sit there and watch these cats go in and out of this house.
Mm.
I'm not talking about 2 or 3. I'm talking about a lot of cats going in and out of this house. And I was like, that house has got to stink. You know what I mean? The reason why they go in and the house doesn't have a window in one room. I don't know what it is. There's not a window there. So all day long, any time of the day you go look, you'll see cats in and out of this house. Didn't I say it to you? I said,
Yeah.
that house has got to stink.
Yeah. Carlo racing breed cat.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Why did we get, there's so many around here.
Breed cat.
Why?
It's not, the cats here is, and them is blue eyes. Breed cat.
Why would you breed
What he called that cat? It's not a Philippine cat. Breed cat. Cat with have breed.
I understand what you're saying, but yeah, there was a person here that was trying to, what do they call Shih Tzus,
Shih Tzu.
the small dogs.
Yeah.
Trying to say that they were breeders, okay, but they only had one dog and that was a female dog, but they were a breeder, right? And they were trying to pass the puppies off as purebred Shih Tzus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at one of them one time at the puppy, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself, this ain't no damn purebred. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it. Nah, it ain't a purebred. I don't care what you say. It's not a purebred. You'll run into that sometimes here.
Hey, Polly.
Hey, Paulie, how you doing, man? Glad to see you. How's life in Foley, Alabama?
Alabama. Foley, Alabama.
Do they put down vicious dogs?
Suspicious.
Well, if the dog bites or anything like that,
Yeah.
and they get it, I don't think they test it for rabies. Okay, I really don't. I think they just unalive them. But yeah, if the dog goes around biting, like the one dog, the one that bit the neighbor. My next door neighbor had this dog, was sweet. What was her name? The dog. I can't remember the dog's name. It was a real sweet. I used to feed it every day. Okay, really sweet dog. Well, a dog got a hold of it. A dog that had rabies, and she ended up passing away. It was like, this dog was so sweet. And next thing you know, I guess the town health department or whatever you want to call them will going around giving vaccines, rabies vaccines to dogs.
But this year they don't.
No, they don't do it. Now, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It must be a funeral or the Christmas parade. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to give Mucky or Mimi baby vaccines because they don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? They don't go anywhere. They don't leave the confines of the yard. But my brain tells me, hey, you should. And it's not expensive. The vaccines are not expensive.
Now the vaccine is more than 1,000.
1,000, but
yeah, 1,000.
But the funny thing around here is, okay, and people gotten caught for this. All right, just say Mucky. Mucky comes down with rabies, okay, and he gets out of the yard, and he bites a person, a child or a grown up, right? And I'll sit there and say, "Oh, that's not my dog. No, that's not my dog." They do that a lot here. You know what I mean? Because if Mucky bites somebody, all right, in theory, I'm the one that's supposed to pay for the treatment of that person he bit. And that's why I'm like, well, that's not my dog. No, that ain't my dog. Okay. 45, that's not bad.
Alive.
Yes. 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 It's called censorship. There's certain words you can't say on YouTube. And there's another word that some people are saying if they're being demonetized because they say a certain word towards a certain religion.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, see, Paul, you gotta understand, a lot of them, I guess you want to call them strays or street dogs,
Street dog, yeah.
they're abused by people. People throw rocks at them, people kick them.
Yeah.
I don't mess. I just tell Myles, and when
hit them.
huh?
Or hit them.
Yeah, hit them. Like I tell Myles sometimes she'll come up to the dog and all of a sudden she starts doing all these fast movements around the dog. I'm like, Myles, you can't do that. You got to stop. You know what I mean? Because that dog might go on a defense and fight. Like, Myles, you just ignore the dog and you walk around and you keep on walking. You don't call it. You don't say nothing to it. You just keep on walking.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoops, what the hell was happening? Yeah, I can see how we already talked about that. Yeah, they do. I mean, they're abused, man. Oh, they put you in Facebook jail.
Yeah.
You know, if you say something that's not, you can have people on there, and I'll say this, and I know I'll piss a lot of people off. You can have people on there race baiting, how they hate this person or hate that person because of the color of their skin. But then if you say something in return, you get censored. I've seen it, so don't tell me it ain't happening. I have seen it so many times. Yeah, they do. The dogs. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not really that bad. What really gets me, Paul, okay, is you'll see somebody walking around with a puppy. Oh, it's so cute. It's all blah, blah. All right, they'll be walking around all the time carrying this puppy. 6 months later, that dog's running the streets. And they got another puppy. You know what I mean? You see that all the time here.
They abandoned the first one.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not cute anymore, but that one, that puppy's cuter. And they'll carry that puppy around for a couple months, and then they get tired of that. You'll see that puppy, or that puppy running the streets,
Yeah.
weighing so thin that you can see its bones. You know, that's the only thing that irritates me, man.
Mimi.
That's the only thing that irritates me. And people, oh, that doesn't happen. I see it. Okay? I see it all the time. See people walking around with these dogs, and then a couple months later, because they don't think it's cute anymore, it's out on the streets. Yep, you'll see that too. Yep, tied to a tree somewhere, and it's there all day, all night, and it whines and cries, and they come out with a little scraps, and they feed it. No water, no water. They feed it. I think if you have an animal, a dog or a cat, that's a responsibility. That's your responsibility to take care of it. You know, that's just what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right, Molly.
Yeah.
If they don't like them, they just dispose it.
Like I told Myles, I said, you know, after me and the monkey are no longer walking the earth, I don't think I want to get another dog.
I do.
I know you do, but look at the limitations that we have. We can't go here, we can't go there. I'm sorry. There's people here, you know, yeah, you can have somebody stay at the house, but the way they look at dogs and cats is like they don't care about them. Why would I have somebody sit there in my house taking care of my dog when they don't care about it? You know, that's the mindset of the average Filipinos. They don't care about that animal, you know. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Hello, Mike.
Glad to see you. Hey, DC, what is going on, man? How's life in Baltimore?
Good morning, DC. DC, good morning, me. Good morning.
Hey, DC, you were saying a couple series ago, whatever you want to call it, that you were thinking about once you retire from the firefighting, that you wanted to get another field. When you retire from firefighting, would you make enough money to come to the Philippines and live? I'm just curious. Because I think a lot of people, not you, okay, so don't take this personal. I think a lot of people overthink it to the extreme where they think they need thousands of dollars a month to live in the Philippines. You could spend over $1,000 a month in the Philippines. You could very easily, but you also very easily not spend thousands of dollars. It depends on your life. If you're a drinker and you want to look like, put on the facade that you're
Yeah.
a rich Americano or a rich Englishman or whatever, yeah, okay.
1,000 if you live in fantasy world.
And people have a hard time understanding, okay, that if you come to the Philippines and you own a house, you own nothing, the only bills you have is your electric, your water, and your internet, because you're going to want internet. I don't give a damn what anybody says. You're going to want internet, okay? Because a lot of stuff that's put out on the TVs here, you're not going to understand, okay, the language. It's a language thing, okay? So you're going to want, and plus if you've got family, whether it's brothers, sisters, nieces, and nephews, you're going to want to talk to them. And you don't want to use the phone because it's expensive as shit. It's expensive. So messengers, you're going to have chat with them on there, either video or text. You know how much I spend, on the average, I spend $850 a month. That's including our food, that's including all our bills, and I always have money left over. Always have money left over. So this fantasy that you need 2,000, well, like I said, it all depends on you. If you gotta go out and spend, yeah, you're gonna spend money. Okay, because things do get expensive.
But if he alone and no wife, no kid, oh, it's okay.
I don't
The
know
1,000
personally.
1,000 is.
I mean, your average Filipino, they only get paid between 400 to 500 pesos a day, and they seem to be doing okay. They might not be living the lavish life that you want, but they're doing all right. And like I always said, if the world went sideways and the shit hit the fan, most of these people here will be fine. Most of these people will be fine.
Yes.
And a lot of people say that some of your Filipinos here can be needy. They always want. Well, you know why they expect something from you? Because you started giving them. You started, well, I'll help you out. I'll help you take care of your family. Okay? Don't start that. I understand your heart's in the right place. Okay? I get it. You don't want to see people suffering. They're not suffering. Okay? They have family members. The Philippine people, especially most cases, the family is very close knit and they help each other out. One family member is not going to let another family member starve. Okay, that ain't going to happen. So if you feel that you don't want to get involved, you don't want to take care of family, that's fine. That's understandable. You don't want to get involved. Because once you start, it's a bitch to stop. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a bitch to stop. Because once you stop, you're the biggest son of a bitch that ever walked on 2 feet. I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen so many times where they'll sit there and smile at you and think you're the greatest thing in the world. But once you stop, they start talking shit about you. And they'll say, oh, no, the Philippines ain't like that. Yes, money means a lot to them. So once you start, you're going down that hole. And it's really hard to stop. Because after a while, they feel that they're entitled to what you're going to give them.
What is it?
And they start showing up at your house all the time, expecting something from you, you know? So what am I trying to say? If you get caught up in that type of situation, you got nobody to blame but yourself. You can't blame that Filipino. You cannot blame that Filipino. You blame yourself. Maybe I shouldn't have started. Maybe I should have done every once in a while. Hey, I need some work done. You want to do this? And you pay him for his work. And remember, the average salary for a Filipino is between I'm talking about labor, 400 to 500 pesos a day. You don't give them 2,000 pesos for doing something. You give them what the 400 to 500 pesos. Yeah, it's low, but that's what acceptable to them. You go out and buy all the materials. Let me tell you. If you want your house painted, okay? If you want your house painted, you go out and buy all the material you need to paint your house. Then you hire people. Okay? And you let them know, I'm not responsible for your snacks. I'm not responsible for your lunch. Okay? You're all grown ass adults. If you're hungry, you buy yourself something to eat. Because there's been times before I knew, when we have people coming in and work, 10 minutes they're here, they say, oh, where's our snack? What the fuck are you talking about? A snack. You didn't eat breakfast this morning? That ain't my problem. You're a grown-ass man. A snack? No, you ain't getting no snack. But we're hungry. And I'm responsible for that? No. And you all might say, oh, dude, you're being a hard ass. No, I'm telling you, man, they will take advantage of you. They will take it. Well, that's what we normally do. That's not true. That is not true. All right? You ask Filipino, Ohio laborers, and that's it. I'll give you 400 or 500 pesos a day, and that's all I'm giving you. And then when you're walking around, because you will have to supervise some of them, not all of them. And every time you walk around, you see the same person or persons doing nothing. You go up to them and say, either you get your ass to work or I don't need you. And you give them 50 pesos, or if you have to let them go or fire them, whatever you want to call it, you give them 50. They've been there for 2 hours. You give them 50 pesos and you tell them, have a nice day. That's all you're getting because you're not working. Yeah, it's hard, but I just, like I said, man, I've been taken advantage of. I have been taken advantage of since I've been here. All right. If you want something done, you buy all the materials that you need to get that job done, and then you hire the laborers. I'll pay you. And if you can, I know this sounds crazy, make sure it's videoed. Because they will come back to you and say, oh, I meant no, that ain't what you meant. This is what I told you. You had no control over this conversation. This is what I told you, and you agreed to it. Then you show them the video. Because they're going to try to bullshit their way around it. You say, no. You got to stand up for yourself, man. And I know you're all going to say, oh, that's so hard. It's the truth. You got to stand up for yourself here. You buy the materials, then you hire the laborers. You say, this is how much I'm going to pay you per day. Okay, because they get paid by the day, not by the hour. No more, no less. I ain't buying your freaking snacks. I ain't buying your freaking lunch. That's you're a grown ass man. You buy your own shit. And you all think I'm full of shit, that's fine. But you'll find out when you're Mr. Rich Western guy thinks that he's got to buy them everything. And next thing you know, you're buying them a house. But learn from my mistakes, man. Learn from my mistakes. Buy your shit that you need for the work, then you hire the laborers. You say, I'll pay you this much a day, no more, no less. I'm not getting your freaking snacks. I'm not buying your lunch. Okay? Because we were going to get the whole house painted, okay? And I was stupid. I was naive. When I talked to this one guy that does paint, how much he was going to charge us? Oh, what was it, 150,000 pesos?
What?
For the painting of the house, the first guy. It was like 150,000 pesos he was asking for.
I cannot remember.
Yeah, I think it was. It was like 150,000 pesos, okay? And I was like, what? That's a lot of money in the Philippines. So I went out and I started pricing everything. It didn't even come with the cost of the material and the cost of the labor. It didn't even came. And also he threw in there the snacks and the lunch. It was like, nah. They'll take advantage of you, man. Don't let them take advantage. Yeah, you're a visitor, but you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot.
You never answer this one. You keep on.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Paulie. He's doing PMS on his own. He does that like that's a daily one. You know what I mean? Every day. Calm down, Mimi. Relax. The world's not going to end. Relax. All right, I'm off that, man. I hate seeing people take.
Hey, home heaven. Good morning.
No matter if the Westerners or the Filipinos, I just don't like seeing people. I don't like seeing people taken advantage of because they got a common heart, and it happens a lot. I see it. I almost fell into that loop. Keep in mind, you work for 30, 40, 50 years. You're retired. You don't owe anybody anything. Okay? You don't owe anybody anything. And what you decide to do, that's on you. But don't go around blaming somebody when you screw up. But your little nest egg is gone after 6 months of being in the Philippines. And that happens too. It's always somebody else's fault. Well, she scammed me. No, you let her scam you. You let her scam you. Come on, we're all intelligent, man. You know, a lot of these guys are like, you got DC, he's street smart. You got Paulie, street smart. Use your street smartness. When it's wrong, it's wrong. You know, when it doesn't seem right, 9 times out of 10, it's not right. Yeah, she might be a beautiful, got all the good parts and the good places. What was your question? I'm sorry there. I'm sorry there, man. Let me look it up. Hold on.
There you go. Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, Mike, I had no. Philippines wasn't even in my plan. I'm being honest with you. I lived in Scotland. I lived in the town of Dunoon in Scotland for almost 5 years. I loved it there. And that's why I was like, I could see myself retiring here. The people were great. The only reason I'm here is because I met Myles. And like I said, when the first, how many years? 1 or 2 years, we were basically like friends. There wasn't no sex thing going on. There wasn't no, promises being made or anything. We just two people from different parts of the world having a conversation, which helped us. Myles' English was pretty good. We were just friends. Like I said, I wasn't even thinking about coming to the Philippines. I've been here a couple of times. We fly in, waiting on certain things to come in, and then we leave.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here. I mean, we would go out for dinner or something like that, and then we go back to where we were staying, and then because we had to wait, we were on call 24/7, so we couldn't get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I am, man. And I know what I feel really bad about DC is that, in my own opinion, I think there's a lot of bullshit that goes on as far as the single mothers. A lot of these girls, right? They're with a guy. They're planning on getting married. She finds out she's pregnant, and the guy disappears. Or it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's a forced marriage, but the girl gets pregnant. The guy marries her because he wants to do the right thing, okay? And then a few years later, he finds out this woman's psycho. Or he finds out that she's not the one. And then they start going out looking at other places, you know. And I have my own opinions on the reasons why a lot of that happens, why they become single parents and why they become pregnant. But I'd rather not say it on here because I don't want to cause any problems. I think an organization is too deeply involved in this country. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And that's why you got a lot of single mothers. And that some of these girls, man, I'm telling you, they're hardworking, you know what I mean? And their focus is on taking care of the child. Now, unfortunately, for some, once they have a child, the people just, no, I'm not getting involved in that.
Yeah.
So their lives
Okay.
are, huh?
Yeah.
And their lives are basically ruined, you know? I know a couple of them, but not very intelligent girls, very, very intelligent girls. Okay, they had a future, but they listened to the BS of the chick boy. They got pregnant, and next thing you know, that the definition of a chick boy is a guy that goes from barangay town to town, barangay to barangay, impregnating girls and then leaving. You know what I mean? That's the definition of a chick boy. And their lives are ruined. I mean, yeah, they got a beautiful child, okay, but realistically, they're working at any job they can get, making 300 to 400 pesos a day because their focus is on that child, which I respect. Yeah, you have to. You got to watch them, man. I have conversations with other, and it's not just Americanos, okay? It's the British, people from Australia. They say, man, you got to watch these people because they will take advantage of you as quick as possible with when they don't see you around, they're the ones that are leaning up against something, running their mouths. And they'll do that for as long as they possibly can. But as soon as they see you, they act like they're doing something. Now, is that happening in the States? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You got that one guy, it's wants to run their mouths. They spend more time trying to figure out how to get out of work than they actually work. You know? Well, I'm glad somebody agrees with me. I am glad somebody agrees with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's been here. Like I said, not all Filipinos they're not bad people. But no child support, guy. Nothing. No child support, nothing. Nothing. Should they have that law? It's not up to me. I'm not a citizen of the Philippines. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with you, Mike. I keep on skipping over you, man. Don't take it personal.
Yes, thank you because you answered
I know. I don't know
question.
why I keep on skipping over him. I have no idea. And it's nothing personal. I don't know him. I don't know Mike personally. No child support, nothing. And that's the sad part too. So these guys go around getting these girls impregnated, going from town to town, barangay to barangay, getting these girls pregnant, and then they bag ass. And a lot of them, I hate to say, are mama boys. Oh yeah, mama's boys. I think a lot of them got in their minds that the only job of a female in the Philippines is, I'm trying to be politically correct about this, okay? So I don't agree with it, but I'll just tell you, wash their clothes, feed their bellies, and lay down when they want them to lay down, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of them feel that way. That's why a lot of Philippine females don't want nothing to do with with the men. They don't want nothing to do with them. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't agree. That's why, Daryl, when you go into like McDonald's and they got like, and you see it every time. I see it every time. You go in there and you'll see two people per cashier, okay, working the cashier. And then off to the side, you'll have like 5 or 6 people with their phones in their hand and they're all in uniform, McDonald's or whatever, and they're texting. Then you have like in the back for every like on the French fries, you have 2 or 3 people working the French fries. It only takes one. They overemploy because I asked the manager one time, I said, why do you have so many people working here? He says, why do you hire so many people to work here? And they said, because a lot of times they don't show up. So you gotta work with it. I said, so one day you might have 20 people working in that back of that kitchen, and then another day you might have 10. He goes, yeah. Because they don't show up. Hey, Dan Murray, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Glad to see, what the hell's going on? Okay. Glad to see you here. Do appreciate you, man. Yeah, you'll see that all the time. I think a lot of it why they don't talk to foreigners because they're ashamed because they feel, I don't, but they feel they should know how to speak English. You know what I mean? And you're kind of like, this is your freaking country. English is not your language. Now, a lot of them speak English, okay? But I don't think they're required. In my eyes, I don't think they're required to know English. I don't think they're required at all. But they like to speak English, though. They do like to speak English. Like when I go talk to the empanadas, they always want to talk to me. They always want to talk to me. They tell me, they give me, hey, you need to slow down on your talking. And one girl, some words she goes,
Talking and laughing.
no, when I heard that. Yeah. But one girl, the sister of the owner, she says, you got to cut down on some of these words. We have no idea what they are. The slang words. She says, we have no idea what you're talking about. Like one time I said, like I go up to them and say, hey, no flashing, no gang signs. They had no idea what I was talking about. And then I had it in the video, you've seen it. Well, I had to explain to them. She's probably checking to see if the meter reader guy's here. I had to explain to her what a gang is. I said, do you ever see them, like, the funny thing is, okay, I know I'm all over the place. You see a lot of people around here walking around with, like, Tupac T-shirts, okay? But you want to know something? They have no idea who he is. They had no idea that he's no longer walking this earth. But they think the shirt looks cool. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. But she says you need to slow down on your talk. And some of these words that you say, we have no idea what they are. Like the gang sign, which I didn't think was a big deal, but I guess they do. And then I explained to them, I said, you watch these videos where guys were rapping and stuff? She goes, yeah, and they'll be doing this and this and this. She goes, yeah. I said, that's a gang. She goes, oh, okay. So then she started doing this stuff. I kind of laughed about it. Yeah, well, no. Paul, they love the Lakers here. They love the Lakers. They love the Lakers. Okay. And a lot of them know all the players on the team. The Lakers. They know all the players. But Paul, basketball is a huge thing here. And I'll tell you, for some of these guys are only like 5'4". You should see them joke when they're doing. You used to see these guys jump. You're like, damn, you know? And the funny thing is, the taller guys here, they suck. They really suck. It's these short guys, the ones that are pretty good. You're like, damn, you know? I see one guy, I was just walking by and I stopped and I don't know why I started watching him at the Bronx. Every Bronx guy hall has a basketball court. And this guy was shorter than, he was maybe, I don't know if he was the same height or just a little bit shorter than Myles. And every shot he was taking to the basket, he was making it. And then, no, he didn't actually touch the rim of the basketball, court. But he came close, and when he dunked it, well, he didn't dunk it, okay, in theory. But every time he went up, it made the net. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys are really good here. Now, will they make it NBA? Probably not. But like I said, they're really good.
What is the job of a small player is forwarder and shooter?
I never really got into I have nothing against basketball, but I really never got into it. But these guys, man. But like I said, it's the taller ones. They suck. I've watched them. There's one guy. I guess he thought he was in his mind, he was the star. They were having the big thing at the gym here, where each bro and guy played against each other. And then this guy, he might have been about 5'9", 5'10", maybe even 6 foot. I have no idea. But every time he missed. And it was like, why do they keep on giving him the ball? He misses. And then they had these other guys, right, and they were making it in. I said, like this one guy, they were playing the game at the gym. And every time he threw for the basket, he made it in. I was like, but they kept on giving it to this tall guy who sucked, I was like, why they ain't giving it to that small guy? Because the tall guy, oh, he's tall, whatever.
Yankees ball.
A Yankees ball cap. Yeah. You even see once in a while, you'll see like football teams here. You know what I mean? Like the Eagles or usually it's like it's a Western team. Like California and mostly California. Yeah. You need to send them to like the Buffalo Bills show or something like that. Yeah, but like I said, you got some guys who are really good at basketball, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought. Yeah, they're just like like I said, they walk around, you'll see them with Tupac. Okay. No, I never listened to I respected him. The man did very well. At the time, he did very well for himself. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you any of his songs that he did, okay? Just like a lot of these rappers. I look at a lot of these rappers now, man. I look at the businessmen, okay? Look at Snoop Dogg. He's a businessman, okay? He is in with country singers. He's at Martha Stewart. You know what I mean? The man is a businessman. He knows how to put himself out there. I don't listen to his music, but I know who he is. And you got to respect that. Everybody, they're rappers or this or that. Well, I mean, some of them maybe, but the ones that are out there now, they're smart as hell, man. They're playing everything for what it's worth. They're businessmen. They know how to put themselves out there. And they're making millions. And a lot of it's not off their songs. A lot of it's off just getting involved in other things, But a large majority of them haven't forgot where they came from either. A lot of them are building youth centers. senior citizen centers, they're not forgetting where they came from. A lot of these celebrities, once they leave their town or city or whatever, they go to Hollywood. It's like, oh, what are you talking about? No, I'm not from there. I'm from here. I'm from California.
Mhm.
Then you gotta respect them, man. You might not appreciate, you might not like, and you probably don't listen to, but you gotta respect them for what they do. They don't forget where they come from. They take care of their cities or the town that they came from, and they support the people that live in them towns or cities. Gotta respect them, man. Might not like them, but you gotta respect them. I didn't care, man. Monkey don't care. Monkey don't care about nothing. Monkey don't care. You feeding me today? Okay, I'm good. You know? No, I wasn't getting mad. I was just getting frustrated because, like I said, tell me the problem. I said, okay, I get it. They didn't say nothing to us, Paul. Nothing. Nothing. And other people that lived in this town were getting irritated because it was like, why don't we have any internet? Just give me just tell me why.
Yeah, most of them transfer to other
Yeah, a lot of them said, PLDT,
company.
kiss my ass. I'm going somewhere else. What? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on with these people? Like I said, man, you're all the ones that set the conversation. We don't come on here with an agenda. I don't like talking about other bloggers, okay? They do their own thing, knock yourself out. But if you're talking shit about one blogger talking shit about another blogger and it blows up in your face, I don't want to hear you whine and cry about it. You asked for it. You asked for it.
Yeah.
Because the way I said, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I believe somebody that talks more crap about other bloggers all the time, they're trying to cover their own stone. You know what I mean? Do you think Starlink's expensive? No. I mean, for the price of it, for the system, $500. Okay, but remember that's yours. That's yours. But you can take that wherever you go. But I still have to find out if you buy your system in the States, Starlink system in the States, is it good to, will you be able to use it here in the Philippines? Because of remember the electricity difference, that's my only concern. The only thing I would wonder about, would you need buy an inverter? You need to buy an inverter so you step it down the power. Yeah, we're on the same hertz, 60 hertz, but the power, 110 to 220. Unlimited, $100. I pay 2,000 right now for 100, up to 100 megabytes per second, unlimited. It's unlimited. I pay 2,999 pesos a month. Now we're supposed to have a phone with it.
Mhm.
Don't fall for that, man. The phone service sucks and it's expensive, very expensive. And from my understanding, if I call out of the province of the Locos Norte, there's a service charge. Then you get all these telemarketers, man. Oh my God. Right?
Mhm.
What I try to do sometimes is because nobody calls us. Okay, nobody calls us. But we do get a phone call. It's usually a telemarketer. I try to throw in a German accent, and I try to make up German words. And they're all funny. Sir, sir, sir. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to investigate. I mean, people just jump into something with both feet, and then a couple months later, like, what was I thinking? You know what I mean? But they say PLDT is one of the best of the worst companies here. Yeah, though I wish they had like Cox Cable. You know, you could say a lot of bad things about Cox, but Cox is not that bad. And with that cable internet is fast as hell. It's fast as hell. I think do they have cable here?
I don't know.
I don't know about this area if they got cable, but I mean, I done, like I said before, I've done both satellite installation. Also, I was contracted on the Cox. And you know how many times where I go and people have Cox TV, but all of a sudden they want a satellite, and I install the satellites within a couple of months. I'm back at that same people again, activating the Cox cable because they say satellite's not worth it because of the blackouts you get with with the cloud covers and everything like. When it gets real cloudy out, the picture kind of degrades. It was like it never happened with Cox cable. I want Cox back, and Cox knows it. Cox knows it. Yeah. I know Cox is the East Coast thing though. I know that, you know. Now it might be other places, but I'm because I had to go when I was when I did it in Virginia. Those times I went to South Carolina, Georgia, and Northern Florida for cable. They paid us for it, especially after a storm. The Cox cable is not that bad. I mean, yeah, there's things that piss you off about it, but it's fun. And in the scheme of things, it's not that bad, man. Cox cable's not that bad. And I just, like I said, if Cox cable could come to the Philippines, I'd be a laws.
Oh, yeah, they will. They're trying to lose the internet again. The signal. Yes, yes, Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zero.
We got to do. We might have lost. No, we got the internet.
Yeah.
Download is 89, 90, and upload's 100, above 100. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
All right.
it's working.
Let me see if we're still getting it. I mean, if you're all still getting it. I hate when this happens, man. Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right, I guess we're back. Hey, Dow, you getting us right now? I just did a reading. Going there for New Year's, nothing, Dad. What's that? We'll go to bed on regular time.
No, what I'm going to do is
And wake up the next morning and say, oh, Happy New Year.
I don't I don't sleep until 12 o'clock.
We don't have any plans, man. You know, I know our lives suck. That's the way we want to live. We don't drink. You know, we're not antisocial, but we pick and choose who we know who not to be around.
Yeah, we stay outside and watch the
Yeah,
fireworks.
you'll see some of the stuff they do here. You're like, it's not bad. It's different. It's not bad. Where you have motorcycles riding around with shit dragging on the ground, making a lot of noise, like a piece of sheet metal or pipes or whatever, and they drive around. Or you have ones that'll sit there and they'll take the mufflers off the motorcycles and they ride around making a lot of noise there. I mean, it's a thing. It makes the world go around, man. It makes them happy. And I'm not knocking it. It's harmless stuff. All right, Carly, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you for being here.
You have a safe night, and I will talk to you later. I was getting ready to say bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do things different. It's not bad. It's what they do. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not. I have no right to say.
That is our. It's kind of like that is our.
And the fireworks. They have fireworks.
Yep. You get the pot cover and then ting ting ting.
Yeah, they have the pots and they ding ding ding. We used to do that when we were kids, growing up. I remember that growing up when I was a young kid, like young. And, with the pots outside, ding, 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 at New Year's, ding, 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 ding. It is what it is.
And open the truck and then keep on push.
Yeah, they have this thing about, what is it, the horn?
Horn, yeah.
Yeah, they say it's superstitious reasons. But I don't know. Explain to me why they do that.
I don't know. That is our every New Year we are doing like that.
Yeah, I talked to Mark. Actually, at one time, he's going there because keep in mind, law enforcement is nationwide. It's not by town or city or state. It's nationwide. So they transfer out, like the military. They transfer to different areas. There was a guy here. His mother's Filipino. His father was a U.S. Marine. Okay, he lived here for quite a bit, and then they went to the States, and he had dual citizenship. Went to the States, lived there. Well, I guess his father passed away after many years, and his mother wanted to come back to the Philippines. Okay, but I don't know the story with his father, but that's all I know. His mother wanted to come back to the Philippines. They had a house here that him and his father and his mother built. Mimi, chill out. So they came back here. Oh, he joined the Marines. Okay, because he had dual citizenship. Big boy, man, not fat, big. Took after his father as far as height and size and everything like that. Was in the Philippine Marines for a while. And he got out and decided he went back to the States, joined the U.S. Marines. Was in there for 8 years, I can't remember. But anyway, did that, came back to the Philippines and joined the Philippine police. And I used to talk to him all the time. And he's no longer here. But I mean, he used to give me a hard time, like riding my motorcycle without a helmet, riding my bicycle without a helmet, or he see me walking in an area, he said, man, I wouldn't walk there. Like that one road, what's that road? Right beside the church. Mm-hmm. He told me, he says, don't ever go down there at night. Don't ever go down there at night. He says, it's not bad people, but there's a lot of drinking and a lot of stupid things happen. And he goes, do me a favor, don't go down there at night. But he was a good guy. He's gone. But every once in a while, I do talk to, like the police and also the Marines. You'll see a lot of Marine presence here, which I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, especially like in the morning with school. You'll see right down the road where the school is, right on the same road that the municipality and the gym's on, you'll see a Marine vehicle parked there with usually 4 Marines inside, 2 Marines outside, inside the driver's compartment. And then also you'll see police hanging around the entrance of the school. Oh, people say, "Oh, I would be so scared." Why do you think that way? Why do you think anytime there's a military or police presence anywhere, "Oh, I'd be so scared"? The only reason you're scared is because you're hiding something, or you got bad intentions. Just like people say, why you got the military to walk around in the market with guns? Because that's their job. And the funny thing is, though, is that they don't have half the problems that they have in the States. Okay, they don't go around people shooting each other like they do in the States. And then you all say, "Oh, that's going to happen." I don't know what to tell you, man. It doesn't bother me at all. Every morning when you're walking down the street, especially around the municipality, they have what I call call of colors when they're raising of the flag. And you got people standing around doing that.
Raising flag.
So maybe the West needs to learn a little bit of something from like the Philippines and other developing countries, because they ain't got half the problems that they got in the Western. Now, yeah, there's some developing countries that are like bad, but not all of them. Like the Philippines. Now, the Philippines got their problems, but sometimes I wonder what country is actually the developing country. They don't have a race problem here. They don't have race baiting problems here. They don't have a religion extremist problem here. Yeah, they have problems south, but they handle it and it goes away. Every once in a while, it pops up for attention reasons, and then the Philippine Marines go down there, kick their asses, and it stops. And then you'll have the Philippine police, and you have the Philippine Marines walking around in the mark, and I see it. So it happens. I see it. Okay, which I don't have a problem with it. Walking around with people that are extremists or could have the potential of being extremists, taking pictures of them in the open. They ain't hiding it. They come up. The police says something to them. They look up and they take a picture. Do I have a problem with that? No.
Police.
Excuse me. Time. Are you ready to cut out? We got some
Yes.
things that we got to do. Yeah, we got to go to the market.
We
got to go to Yellow
hot
House.
again.
Huh?
The sun is getting hot again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a hot day today, so I want to get out and do what we got to do before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and let you all go. I appreciate the people that hung around and helped out with the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have a New Year's thing here.
What?
On New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve to New Year's. Because I'm telling you, if some of you want to watch how they celebrate, I'll try to figure out how I can go live. They say you can do it. I can go live on my GoPro, and you'll see what's happening around the neighborhood. I'm not going to walk around, but you can see everything right from our my front porch.
We will, but I don't like to go out in
Yeah,
a
my-
warrior during the change of year.
Myles is a very safety cautious person. A lot of your Filipinos are. Okay, they know when to go out and when not to go out, where to go and where not to go, and that's why I always tell people, listen to them, man. Listen to them. If they say, don't go down that street at this time of the night or this time during the day, don't go down that street. Don't say, well, I'm a badass Westerner and I can. You can't fight off 10 people, man. I don't care who you are. You're not Superman. So you listen to them. They tell you where not the no-go zones. Yeah, good to see you too, Daryl, man. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, go live on my iPhone 8 Plus. Everybody tells me, what are you, cheap? No, I'm not cheap. I just don't need the next biggest and baddest thing, man. I've been like that my whole life, man. You know, I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I don't care what the Joneses are doing. You know, this is the way I am. And everybody, even my family says, you need to get a new phone. I said, it still works. Still works. See, still receives messages. I'm good. I'm good. All right, man. We're gonna let you all go. If we showed up, we do appreciate you, man. We do appreciate you. And don't forget to hit that like. It kind of pushes the video out. Yeah, I'm concerned about subscribers, but the views are more important to me than the subscribers. Yeah, my iPhone 8 works. My iPhone 8 Plus, you forgot the Plus, works well, man. I don't care. It works well.
Mary, hey, Mary Regan.
Hey, Mary, how you doing? Glad to see you. We're getting ready to leave, man. We're getting ready to leave. We got some things we want to do before it gets too hot outside.
Hi, good morning. He's the she or he's the last.
It could have been around.
Yeah.
I got viewers that don't want to say anything. They just want to watch. They don't want to, that's why like somebody pop up and say, oh, I just got on here. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say, I'm just glad you're here, and you could have been around like forever. Then all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes of the live stream, you just started to say hello. I'm just glad you show up. I don't care if
Thank you for showing up, Mary
Up.
Regan. Have a good morning.
Yeah,
Good
you
evening.
take it easy, Dan. Maria.
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 Then Maria.
All right, man. You all be good, and I will see you Friday. Is it Friday? We do a live stream?
Yes. Friday.
Yeah, Friday again, same time, man. We don't change the time. And you all be good. Talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.